comics and powered by the Red 5 Network. For more, visit red5.bio.link. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? It is Wednesday, July 2nd. It's already July. We got 4th of July this weekend. Hope you guys have big plans. I have a big day today. I'm actually interviewing Bo DeMaio today, so we're going to do a quick one, a short one, so I can prepare for that big interview. Oh my goodness. I'm so tired. I've been up since 5. All right, guys, before we start screaming good morning at everyone, do me a huge favor. Give me your opinion on the Diddy verdict. I'm just kidding. No, I don't want to get into that. Do me a huge favor. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new and ring the notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with even more of this nerdy nonsense. Good morning, birthday twin DJ. Good morning. Good morning, Ubaldo. Good morning, sir. Buenos dias, Fernando. Good morning, Taco Cat. Good morning, Maria. Good morning. I am so tired. I've been up since 5, and I got a bit of a headache. I don't know where that's coming from. Like, I'm hydrated. I'm always hydrated. What's the headache from? Right? So, real quick, I wanted to show you guys something. I totally forgot to show this off yesterday, and I had every intention of doing so. Okay, so I am on the PR list for the company that makes Cards Against Humanity. And that is, no, it's just Cards Against Humanity. Weird. Okay. I thought it was a different name for some reason. Anyway, they send me stuff when they have new things coming out. We used to play Cards Against Humanity on the channel. We had to call it something different. They asked politely. And that's when we came up with Comics Redacted, kind of like Mad Libs. But they sent me like a giant box of Cards Against Humanity cards, like thousands of cards. This thing weighs a ton. And then they sent me this other game. We showed off before, and now they have a new one. They have a new card game, and they sent me this in the mail. So I thought we would unbox it together so I can show you what they sent me. It's a new card game. I meant to do this yesterday. I'm the worst. Okay, so we're open. It's kind of heavy. Yeah. There we go. Oh, we got a science pack for Cards Against Humanity. All right. Here it is. It's called Contact. You see that? I had to change the name because they weren't official sponsors, and they don't do like official sponsorships. So it's their trademark. Cards Against Humanity is their trademark, and I think I'd called it like Comics Against Humanity or something, like Cards Against Comics, something like that. They were like, we got to change it, and so we went to Comics Redacted, and then I'll show you a thumbnail at some point. But yeah, they were super into it. They thought it sounded great. And they're like, we don't do sponsorships, but we'll put you on the PR list and send you some stuff. And I was like, dope, let's do it. So we did. And that saved me from any copyright issues. Anyway, here is the new card game. And I got a science pack for my Cards Against Humanity. So that will go in my giant Cards Against this giant leather Cards Against Humanity case that they sent me. I mean, it is flipping huge. It weighs like 15-20 pounds. I'm not exaggerating. So here's the game. Each round, Oh my gosh, this is like each round, one player picks a secret word and reveals the first letter. Everyone else works together to stump them with clever clues for other words that's. Hold on. Where are my other glasses? Here we go. Okay. I'm old. Okay. Oh, that's so much better. Thank God. Everyone else works together to stump them with clever clues for other words that start the same way. Each success reveals another letter and forces everyone to craft clever clues. Okay. I, is it? I'm not getting it. Are you getting it? Let's try this again. Each round, one player picks a secret word and reveals the first letter. Everyone else works together to stump them with clever clues for other words that start the same way. Each success reveals another letter and forces everyone to craft ever cleverer clues. Can you think fast, outwit your friends, and make contact? Let's find out. I don't think I'm quite getting it. And I think it's the use of the word them. So each round, one player picks a secret word and reveals the first letter. So one person already knows the secret word. Okay. And then everyone else works together to stump them with clever clues for other words. Who are we trying to stump? Each other? The premise is a little confusing to me. That's weird. I don't understand. But the card, it smells nice. I like the smell of new cards in the morning. So there's the cards. Okay. And then that's the back. So, we'll give it a try. We'll give it a try sometime. See how it goes. See if I can actually figure out the rules. But that was really nice of them to send me a new game. I'm going to switch the glasses back out. Back to my daily drivers. Yeah, we'll have to try this out. And what a perfect week. What a perfect week to try out a new game. It is the birthday of our nation this week. Happy birthday, America. It was filled with, gatherings and barbecues and drinking. So maybe we'll give this a try this week. We got a couple locations to hit for 4th of July. The 3rd, we usually go to a friend's house. There's a whole thing we do there. And then we've got plans the 4th. So we'll have to try this out. Fun stuff. Thank you, Cards Against Humanity, for this new game. Can't wait to try it out. DJ says Comics Redacted First Contact. That's so perfect. That's perfect. I'm going to have to do that. We're going to have to do that. I'm going to have to do that. I don't know if I have a Comics Redacted thumbnail up here. I do not. Can I find one? Probably not. Oh, we do. We do have one. Here we go. Let's I was told that this thumbnail is quite fun. Like Cards Against Humanity for comic nerds. What could go wrong? So I would take some Cards Against Humanity cards and change the phrases to include superheroes and comic book characters and stuff. So it was a good time. It was a good time. We had a good time. Good morning, Nerdling First Class Backyard TARDIS. Fernando, I saw Superman 3 and 4 yesterday. These movies get worse the older they get. Dude. Quest for Peace. Anything is better than that, except for The Flash. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. DJ says that's worth a comics and cosmetics matching PJ set. Oh, now I'm gonna have to come up with that. That's funny. All right, guys, let's get to these stories. We've just got a couple of things we want to touch on. So let's pitter patter get at her. We've got a new trailer, or our first trailer, for the Glen Powell led Edgar Wright reboot of The Running Man, originally starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, based on a Stephen King short story. So they're rebooting it with Glen Powell, Edgar Wright directing. The trailer has officially been released and we're going to watch it together. I haven't watched it yet. I saved those things to react live with you. If you are not familiar with The Running Man, it's a film that follows a man who volunteers to join a TV game show where he's hunted by professional killers. This movie hits theaters November 7th. Fun fact, November 7th is the day that The Waterboy premiered. Don't ask me how. I've remembered that. I just have. All right. Again, I do not own this content we're about to watch. This is a trailer for the movie Running Man starring Edgar Wright, starring Glen Powell, directed by Edgar Wright. I do not claim this as my content. We are simply giving review and commentary. The volume will be kept low. I will definitely talk over it in certain points, and we'll probably pause, rewind, fast forward, blah, blah, blah. And
stop filming me! Stop filming me!
Wow.
Ben Richards,
You sure this
35,
isn't done by Michael Bay?
married, one child.
So
in medical
handsome.
crisis.
We need
So
money
handsome.
for a doctor now.
Ben,
Wow.
watch yourself.
Employment status, blacklisted. But there's still a way out for you.
That's the future.
It's the biggest show in the country.
It's the biggest show in the country. So, that Katie O'Brien. Let's see. It sure is. And it's kind of like Hunger Games for grown-ups. It's a dystopian future. You're blacklisted. You can get blacklisted from employment. The poor just get poor. Look at that. Busy big city. They just start growing upwards rather than out. Look at that. Who's on that? Look at that. Arnold, the Governor. So we've got Arnold Schwarzenegger Easter egg already. That's right. In the novel, it was set in the future, the distant year of 2025. Ah, man. It's so fun living in the future. So anyway, first Easter egg, we've got the Arnold.
It's the biggest show in the country.
Biggest show in the country.
Bloodlust is our birthright.
Katie O'Brien. I don't know why I said O'Neill.
Free. Welcome to the Running Man.
The Running Man.
People on these games never come back.
Uh-oh.
I'm not trying to get myself killed. So kiss my ass twice.
Right there
Is that
is
Yeah.
why you can win this game.
Josh Brolin?
The rules are simple. Survive 30 days with the entire nation hunting you down.
Man.
And get your family out of Slumside for good.
So 30 days, a whole month of basically running and hiding. It's epic hide and seek. People just love this show. Family friendly. Wonderful.
And get your family out of Slumside for good.
I'm
This
gonna
is,
come back here and burn this building down. I promise.
That's the spirit.
Uh-huh.
This is America, goddammit!
You know, this is a unique film for Edgar Wright. We've gone from The Northman, The Witch, Nosferatu to The Running Man.
And we don't put up with no bullshit. Yes!
Yeah, we put a lot of bullshit actually.
Hunt him.
Ah, there he goes. William H. Macy. So it looks like a Barbie car. It totally looks like a Barbie car. Oh man. Well, let's see if there's any more Easter eggs.
Have you ever wondered if
Michael
this game is
Cera?
rigged? Guess we'll find out.
Entirely rigged.
You might be moving up too fast.
Well, let's I really think that scene
Hey, buddy. You're on freebie.
needs to, let's see. We should probably look at this scene a little closer. Just a little closer. Yeah, I'm just making sure that there's no Easter eggs anywhere on his person. It's a nice towel. Be a shame if it fell off. Oh, it does.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
You're on freebie.
You're on freebie. Oh.
You better run.
Oh. Get it, Glen Powell.
I got a grenade.
Back at you.
Oh! How's it that? Ah!
I'm still here, you shit eaters. Hey, big boys!
What?
Are you crazy?
With a squirt gun. Love it. Oh my. So November 7th. I agree, it does look better than the original with Arnold. Superman 3, Backyard TARDIS says, it's very bad, but what is with all the hate for Quest for Peace Superman 4? It's a favorite of mine. I've ceased to be surprised by you, Nick. You are a wild card. I never know what you're going to pick. I just don't. Anyway, that is the first trailer for The Running Man, directed and written by Edgar Wright, starring Glen Powell, with a nice little nod to Arnold right here in the beginning with the dollar bills with his face on them. Did I lose it already? I don't think I did. I did. I lost it already. But that's okay. We've seen it twice. So if you have any emotional outbursts, questions, comments about the Running Man trailer, the first trailer for this film, leave it in the comments below. I will definitely be, there it is. I will definitely be checking this out. I love a good sci-fi film. Stephen King hasn't done much sci-fi. So I think this and The Dome. I think those are the only two he did. I don't know. I'm probably wrong. Anyway, moving on. Why is it? Oh, yeah. It's this button. I get my buttons mixed up. Okay. I just do. Sometimes it happens. I'm old. What do you want? Why is my mouse acting so weird? Okay, so James Gunn did some interviews, or did an interview with Extra, and he mentions a couple things. First of all, he mentions an incident with Jerry Siegel's grandsons. I guess he didn't have much to say to Schuster's nephew other than, I do it, I won't. Anyway, oh, he laughed when I said that. Good timing. So here's what he talked about the Siegel grandsons, and he gets a little emotional. Let's hear what he has to say about that.
One of the greatest moments. So one moment I really shed a tear was when Jerry's grandsons read the script for the first time, and we brought them over to DC. We gave them, they had to read the scripts in the office, and they came out and they got on the phone with me, and they were just effusive, and I'd never met them. And they were just effusive. They're like, this is a Superman movie we've been waiting to see. This is, our grandfather would have been so proud. I'm crying now. So it's like, that meant a lot. That meant a lot. One of the greatest moments. So
Siegel's grandsons tell GUNN that this is the Superman movie they have been waiting for their whole lives, and that their grandfather would be proud. But it's coming from James Gunn. We're not hearing it directly from Jerry Siegel's grandsons. We're hearing it recounted to us by James Gunn. So there's really no way of telling if that's actually totally true unless we actually speak with Jerry Siegel's grandsons. If it is true, that's a great thing. That's wonderful to hear. Love it. Love it. If it's not, holy shit, James Gunn. I mean, it's hard to take much of what he says at face value, since he just really sucks at marketing himself, and he said that The Flash was the greatest superhero movie ever made. He paid Stephen King and Tom Cruise to say that also. Fernando, are the grandsons the annoying family that keep doing the lawsuits over and over? No. These are Jerry Siegel's grandsons. The person that kept suing DC and Warner Brothers was Joe Shuster's great nephew, his only heir. So one of the other co-creators' grandsons that he's speaking of. I would imagine, what's his face? I can't remember his name right now. I can't imagine him having too many kind things to say to James Gunn right now. But again, take it with an absolute grain of salt, because it's coming from James Gunn. It's not coming from, we didn't hear Jerry Siegel's grandsons say this. But if this actually happened, that's a very nice sentiment. That was very thoughtful of them to say so. And that's good news for us. However, I'm so sorry. I've been up since 5. However, if it didn't happen, he's just saying this to make himself sound good, then it's some deeply rooted personality issues. So, also in this article, he is asked about the Adria Arjona rumors, and he says that she would make a great Wonder Woman. James Gunn says Adria Arjona would make a great Wonder Woman. I've told you guys for a while. She's going to be Wonder Woman. It's going to happen. Maria. It would be a weird thing to lie about. It would. But at the same time, if you're trying to make people, want to see your film and think you're the second coming when it comes to Superman, that would be the thing to lie about. Good morning, Bryce. Good morning. If I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Thank you for that. Oh my God. Why can't I say the name now? I can't say the name of the movie. It's not Ed TV. That was the other one. And good morning, Brogu. I'm sorry, my allergies are on fire. Okay. Backyard Tartar says another option is they said it, but it was just giving them platitudes. That's it. Truman Show. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. Truman Show. Anyway, I do also think she would be a wonderful Wonder Woman. Again, I would like to see an actual Greek woman. Blue eyes, black hair, tall, statuesque, somewhat muscular, take on the role of Wonder Woman. But in the absence of someone who looks like a more muscled Linda Carter, that's Greek, I will accept Adria Arjona. Brogu says she is so beautiful. I can see her as Wonder Woman, but I won't believe any of it until I actually see it on the film. I think it's a matter of time. Pardon me. I think it's a matter of time before we get an official announcement that it's her. I mean, they've been dropping hints for a while now, and just kind of watching the patterns. I think it's just a matter of time before she gets announced. I'm just saying. So, let's talk about our main topic. I just want to pull up something to look at. All right, let's see. Here we go. This is what I want.
Well, I can't find.
If you guys have been watching, I know not a whole bunch of people have, Ironheart, all episodes are now streaming on Disney Plus. They did half of it last week, half of it this week. Little to no marketing for it, which you would think is rather surprising considering the big reveal in the final episode. Pardon me. Oh, I feel like crap today. Love Missouri. I just do. All the pollen and mold and mildew. Anyhow. The writing not that great. Not that great. It's okay. It's not the very worst MCU series, but it did feel very shallow. The writing was very shallow, and which is a shame. It's insulting. It's insulting to women of color, like just used to make them look good and not putting any effort or quality into it. That really, really sucks. Couple of things I had issues with the series was the very first episode. She's biting live wires. A live wire isn't one that's like sparking. It's one that's connected to a power source. Okay. And she's biting the casings off. You don't do that. You will get electrocuted. Okay. You will. Raised by an electrician. I had to study electricity for hair school, believe it or not. I'm kind of the house electrician, which really isn't saying much. But I do know that if you put a wire in your mouth that is connected to a power source, you will get shocked. Good morning, Loki. I'm not showing anything yet, but go on. Be yourself. You can't bite live wires, okay? And if she's so damn smart and she's this big fancy engineer, she should know that. She would know that. Also, no school is going to shut off an iron suit like that with a person in it while it's in the air. If they do that, that's attempted murder or attempted manslaughter or attempted assault or just plain assault. They saw her fly off in the thing. They know she's flying. They can track it. They know where she's at. And they shut off her access to it while she was in the air, sending her plummeting to Earth. Just, I can't with y'all sometimes. So simple. It's such an amateur mistake to make. Like, already, first episode, huge, huge mistakes. I mean, Google is free. Google is free. And we couldn't figure that one out. Sorry. Yet again, my neighbors decided right now is the perfect time to mow. So, on top of all of that, they made Riri so unlikable for me. They made her this entitled, spoiled, irresponsible, selfish brat. I mean, selfish brat. And all she is worried about is money, and she's saying she's doing it because she wants to protect. So, spoiler warning, the whole series is out. But she's saying she wants to protect her mom and her friends because her best friend and stepfather, bonus dad, were gunned down in a shooting, and she had to watch them bleed out. And that's absolutely horrific. And it explains a lot of her PTSD and trauma, although I figured she would freeze up a lot more when guns are going off. But she keeps making this excuse, and it's a very I hear my kids do this. Okay. And I know I did the same thing when I was that age. When you're younger, you hear all these excuses. I go, I don't have enough money. I can't do it because I don't have this. And I can't get the money because I can't get this and I can't get that. And it's just a whole bunch of I can't. But totally forgetting that Tony Stark built a suit of armor in a cave with a box of scraps. And then totally handed a bunch of mercenaries, well-trained mercenaries, their asses with a bunch of things he made from stuff he got at a hardware store. For Tony Stark, it wasn't a matter of money. It was a matter of, what can I do with this? This is what I have. And that's kind of like where there's a will, there's a way. You know what I'm saying? That's engineering. Necessity is the mother of invention. You find ways to make it work as best as it can with what you have. And then you find ways to make it better. I mean, that's kind of what I do. I'm poor and I'm trying to build special effects crap over here, or I need something to look like something. How can I do that? And if she's poor, that's the thing. This is normally a poor person thing. Poor people can figure shit out. I'm telling you, you want someone who's been poor their whole life on your apocalypse squad, because they know how to make shit work with what you have. Someone who grew up with not a lot of money would be better at doing that. And here you have Tony Stark, who's been a billionaire his whole life. He was doing that better than Riri, who's not had a whole lot of money her whole life. And I got it backwards, I think. I think this was an opportunity. And then this is kind of par for the course for Marvel, is missed opportunities. This was an opportunity to highlight how someone who has known the struggle knows how to make do with what they have and find clever workarounds for things when you don't have a multi-billion-dollar company at your back. Good morning, Sergeant Garantina. Anyway, that was my other issue, that they, instead of showing her being able to work with what she had and make that work for her and do that, use, clever science and engineering, they didn't do that. Instead, she turns to a life of crime, twice over. And pretty sure she made a deal with the devil in the end. It's slightly unclear. There's just, I don't know. It felt shallow to me. There were things that I had issues with that I was like, okay. I don't see myself really doing a need to rewatch it again, which tells me I didn't really care for it. Brogu says, I think the lack of marketing they did for Ironheart was very telling. It was as if they wanted the show to fail. I would not put it past them from actually doing that. Where's Blade, people? And we're going to talk about Blade this week. I'm interviewing Bo DeMaio tonight. He worked on that. He said some very damning things about it. We're definitely going to get to the bottom of what he knows. Bryce says, I loved this show so much. I don't like a lot. I actually did not like Riri at one point for getting Ezekiel jailed, then being like, hey, how you doing? Right. She promised him. Look, I'm watching this and Ezekiel, gets arrested and honestly, I think it's the best thing Alden Emmerich has done. He gets out of jail and he gets all those electrodes and I'm thinking Ezekiel's right. Screw her. She doesn't care about anything else. She's just, I got to get that money so I can build this suit. I got to and build these things to protect people and blah, blah, blah. And then we don't see her actually figure things out. Like with Tony, we got to see him work the problem and solve the problem. We didn't see that with Riri. And then you're telling me she comes up with this badass looking polished suit, final suit at the end of the series made out of a 440 in one day. I call bullshit. If you could have done that this whole time, what was your problem in the beginning? And they said they powered it with magic, with that piece of Mephisto's cloak, but it was on before they connected the magic to it. What was powering it before they connected it to the magic? I have so many questions. So many questions. It's just so many holes. So many holes. And again, it's like Marvels. You can feel the stuff they cut out. You can feel it. Like certain things don't make sense. Backyard Charter says it's funny because people assume if they had money and connections, they could succeed, but forget. Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, and so many others started in a garage. Exactly. Necessity is the mother of invention. It's because you have no choice but to figure something out. That's how that works. Oh, good morning, Penny. Good morning, Penny. Hello. All right. So, Backyard Charter says they didn't sell me on this show, so it doesn't get a first watch from me. They have to convince me to spend my time to watch it, and they simply haven't. Yeah. I mean, there are a couple things that I did like there was one action scene where that was cool. She flips a truck and then flips it off as she stands up. It was I don't know, that might be overdone. That's been done a lot in movies. But I don't know. I liked that. Alden Emmerich was good. Again, that his little electrodes all over his body, that seemed too simple. The guy or the person that put the electrodes in Ezekiel was just a code writer, like a hacker. There was nothing, this person didn't have a surgical knowledge that I was aware of, and it seemed very easy and quickly they put all this tech in Ezekiel Stain, and all of a sudden he's badass. We didn't see any of that process at all. So, but somehow it made him under the control of Hood also. So the only thing that really had me hanging on for the show was I wanted to see Mephisto once and for all. We have been suspecting his arrival since WandaVision damn near destroyed Eric Voss's career. And now he's finally here, but it kind of was supposed to be much bigger than this. It doesn't feel like as many people care now because of how it just, I don't know, this all just seems so weird. Suddenly she knows how to use magic too. And just very weird. Very weird. Lots of plot holes. Why is I don't know. I love Sacha Baron Cohen as Mephisto. Adam Lance Garcia owes me a huge apology. He was great as Mephisto. I do hope we get to see him in proper form in like Midnight Suns, or he should have been in Agatha. He should have been in WandaVision. Backyard TARDIS, you're correct. The show was not the right place for Mephisto. It was not a right fit. This should have been like an Armor Wars thing, not a magic. But I feel like the magic was a bit of a cop out because like they didn't know how to do these things. They were trying to connect two things that don't normally connect. So here is a brief little.
Well, I go by a lot of names. Some of them are actually a bit cruel and hurtful to me. But I like you, Riri. So
Thank you, Riri. So
you can call me
Mephisto. Mephisto. Yeah.
Mephisto.
Yeah. Hello. Oh. Okay.
So, is that supposed to mean something to me?
Mephistopheles. Hello. I'm trying to get to this one specific shot. Is probably the best shot of the whole series. Don't tell him. Yeah.
No, you're not real.
Wants her friend back. He sees into the dark parts of your heart, sister. Stop thinking about it.
You're a glitch. You're my
Yeah, I see that.
cards on the table.
Yeah.
The kind of life I could offer you.
He's definitely Mephisto.
Should do this.
He's so good at it.
What's the catch?
Oh, no catch.
There's nothing you could miss, Riri.
Just your soul.
So, what do you say?
So I thought it was this, but it's not. Anyway,
Now,
here it
sometimes
is.
that means I deal with the selfish.
There we go. See it? See the reflection in the spoon? Maria said, Black people in movies and series always have to be from the streets and have to dabble in crime at first. Can we be original with folks of color? Absolutely agree. Brogo says, I absolutely agree with you. Stop stereotyping certain people just to fit your narrow-minded narrative that you have about them. I'm Black and I grew up in the suburbs. I grew up in Ferguson and I'm white. I did not grow up in the suburbs. Look at that. Anyway, if you look in the spoon, we see Mephisto's true visage, which is nice. It's subtle. It definitely explains, or it's definitely a good way to show who the devil really is. Like he's going to give you this nice reflection of himself, but it's not real. Bryce has a really good point. That's not true. T'Challa and Shuri literally led the forefront in storytelling in the MCU, and they were royalty. That's a good point. But they're more the exception than the rule, I would say. If we could have more stories like that, that would be great. But I do love this shot. We get to see Sacha Baron Cohen in full makeup as Mephisto. Love it. So good. Best shot of the entire series. So we get Mephisto. And then apparently she makes a deal with him to bring back Natalie. So she's learned nothing. She's learned nothing. There was zero character development for Riri in this series. That's what bothers me the most. She starts out a selfish, entitled, I know everything child making immature decisions, and ends being a selfish, entitled, immature child making bad decisions. No character development. None. This was just a vehicle for this last scene with Sacha Baron Cohen. They used her character. They used her. And that's how I feel. I want to see more Sacha Baron Cohen as Mephisto, but I'd like to see him in a better environment. And this is surprising. This is really surprising to me that he took this role on this project. That also is another reason, another thing that makes me feel like there's a lot of stuff cut out of this show. A lot of things changed. I feel like he had to have been involved more previously. But we better see more of him soon. This better not be the only time we see Mephisto. And the whole time, Zelda Stanton keeps talking about Dormammu. I think it's Dormammu. Like, that showed her, like, no, kiddo. Stick with your studies. Learn a little bit more. But she's like, okay, Dormammu. And he's like, he's not worthy of polishing my glorious asshole. That was pretty funny. I do love Sacha Baron Cohen. I do. So, you would think that these accomplished witches, they're so accomplished, and that they would know the difference between, they would know of Mephisto. Like, S.H.I.E.L.D. knew of Mephisto back in phase 1. You're telling me these witches didn't know at all? And everyone seems awful okay and not that shocked and pretty out in the open about magic. And not just magic, but her bringing her accidentally or whatever, bringing back her dead friend as an AI. It doesn't seem to shock her mom that much. And then, you know, after Xavier, listen, if someone made an AI of my late brother, I would freak the F out and I would stay freaked out forever and a day. He got over it in an afternoon. And you don't see anything like him trying to like talk to it or any interactions with the AI that's walking around in his late sister's skin and voice and memory, or whatever memories that Riri has of her. So no character development. Not zero. Goose egg. But a great scene from Sacha Baron Cohen as Mephisto. So there is, I think, is it an Avengers? Or is it Iron Man? Oh, it's one of the Iron Man movies. I'll have to look it up for you guys. Nick Fury gives Tony Stark file, and Mephisto, his name is on this file. And then there's also a book. Let's see. Mephisto name shows up on file in Iron Man movie. Let's see. Now it's only talking about, oh, Steve's Punching Man series. It wasn't Iron Man. It was Captain America. It was Captain America. It was Captain America. And it was written on a field. It's in Avengers. Is that it? Let me see. See if I can pull it up for you. I've got to make everything difficult for myself. Now we just got to figure out where I saved it. Oh, crap. What was it called again? I don't know. Oh, is this it? It's probably not it. That's probably not it. That's probably not it. No. I can't because it's not the right file type. And stupid StreamYard has got to be so specific. But when he hands him a picture of the Tesseract, and it lists people that have had the Tesseract, and Mephisto is one of them. So S.H.I.E.L.D. was aware. They were aware of Mephisto's existence way back in Phase 1, first Avengers movie. So it's been a long time coming. Just a weird way to introduce him. So, but that's all I've got on my review, commentary, whatever, on Ironheart and the introduction of Mephisto to the MCU. If you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about anything we've talked about today, leave it in the chat below. We are wrapping things up. If you could help me out, do me a huge solid. We are like 60 away from 5,000 subscribers. Like, we're almost at 5,000 subscribers, but I am not monetized. I don't make any money for this. And it costs like $60, $70 for my Adobe software, $45 a month. This is monthly, $45 a month for my StreamYard subscription. And then there's the money I have to pay to Twitter to go live. And I need a new computer in the next couple of months, or the stream is done forever. So it makes it really hard to keep going when I'm not monetized. I'm spending money. Anyway, if you would like to help with that, I really appreciate any help whatsoever. The easiest, freest, cheapest way to do it is by hitting the like button, subscribing if you are new, and ringing the notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with even more nerdy nonsense. Yeah, buddy. If you would like to help me pay for this software and keep this stream going, help me get a new computer, you could do so by scanning that QR code right there. It takes you to buymeacoffee.com/comicsmua. You can tip me as little or as much as you'd like with either the Buy Me a Coffee right here, which all these links are in the description below, or by using Cash App. Right there. $ DanielleSoncasie. That's me. Goes right to me. If you would like to help, but you'd like a little something in return, I don't blame you. Consider joining the official Nerdling Army over at patreon.com/comicsan. You get exclusive access to things like early access to videos, behind the scenes, outtakes, requesting videos, ask me anything, exclusive merch that correlates directly to your specific tier. We call it rank in the Nerdling Army. You get your own insignia on your own exclusive merch that you get every 3 months for the first year of your membership, as well as access to the exclusive Nerdling Army chat. So check that out today. You can join for as little as $3 a month. And again, every dime goes to helping me keep this on the air. I also have a merch store with all my original designs. So if you want to help support the channel and rock some merch at the same time, check out comicsandcosmetics.etsy.com. I'm also an affiliate for several companies, also in the link below. And this podcast is powered by the illustrious Red 5 Network. We are a collection of exclusively nerdy podcasters and content creators here to serve, educate, and entertain you. So if you like this podcast, chances are you're going to enjoy more of what the Red 5 Network has to offer you. So go to red5.bio.link today to discover more of the Red 5 Network. That's right. Bryce Evans says, what do you think his other, or who do you think his other clients are? Well, Ghost Rider, all the Ghost Riders, for several, probably Agatha, Scarlet Witch. I'm sure there's quite a few. It feels like they're going to do Damnation, and I freaking hope so. Hotel Inferno is just love it. Love it. I want the talking ghost dog, please. Please. There you go. Good morning, Monkey Jeebus. Ghost Rider can't exist without Mephisto. Correct. Penny wants to know how many watch hours I'm standing at right now. 2,155. I don't understand how the YouTube thing works with watch hours. I just don't. Because right now I'm at 2,155. Logie says, hey, I made it back. Anyway, Peter Fonda was the best devil. Peter Fonda was a really good devil, but man, Sacha Baron Cohen really nailed it. It just really sucks that it was in kind of this throwaway show. Again, not the absolute worst that MCU TV streaming, whatever you want to call it, has put out there, but not the best either. How powerful is Mephisto? Dude. Mephisto can con anyone. He can warp reality to virtually anything. He is almost all powerful. He was in a love triangle with Thanos and Lady Death that kicked off the whole Infinity Gauntlet saga. Do not sleep on Mephisto. Okay, Mephisto, just 2 shards, like 2 slivers of his soul, created Wiccan and Speed, created Scarlet Witch's children inside her. He once trapped Franklin Richards in a crystal case, like kidnapped one of the most powerful people in all of the Marvel universe and trapped him in a crystal cocoon. And he is all powerful in his own realm. His powers are diminished on Earth. But he's still pretty damn powerful on Earth. Don't sleep on Mephisto. Do not ever think you'll be able to handle Mephisto, because you'll lose. He is, like, he was sitting there talking about how there are some names that, I think are kind of hurtful, but he's the Prince of Lies. And let's make a deal. But that deal is always going to be in Mephisto's favor. Always. Monkey Jeebus, he's not as powerful as the one above all. That's just a disguise of the one above all. What? One above all is basically Marvel God, for those of you who don't know. But that is all I got for you guys today. Check out the new breakdown on the channel. My breakdown of DC Questions, the comic, DC Comics, The Question. Had that backwards. Check that out. That was made specifically as a request from Nerdling First Class Backyard TARDIS. Took me forever. I apologize, but it's there now. It's there. Today, I am interviewing Bo DiMaio, the ever controversial, the self-described chronically gay writer, director, creator of X-Men 97. He wrote for The Witcher. He worked on Blade. I'm talking to him today. I will try to have this interview out by the end of this week. It is 4th of July. I did forget about that, so I'm working on it. Okay. Doing what I can. Maria says, I love the question video. Very interesting. I'm so glad you liked it. I have so many more breakdowns. Basically, if there's a character you've ever wanted to know about, it's probably on my channel. So check it out. But I got to go. I got a headache, and I got to prep for my interview with Bo DiMaio, which will be up soon. But I'll be back tomorrow morning, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be kind to one another. Stay nerdy, my friends, and keep your eyes peeled, because even though it's a holiday, I actually heard
Disney and Kathleen Kennedy are gonna get you.